Okay. Library haul, and then reading recommendations. It's always like somewhat depressing that I get more trades at the library than I would if I had gone to to Newbury Comics, but I mean, obviously, I would get more because they're free. Anyways, let's get on with it with Hellsing Volume 5. They're all mangas. Not all of them, obviously, but for the next, like, 5. Yeah, I think it's like 5. All mangas. Demon Slayer Volume 4 and 5. I always like to get 2 of the ones that I'm really, like, hooked on, because I'm only going bi-weekly, so... And I would say, like, it takes me at least a week to read each manga. A little bit less, but mainly a week, on average. Blue Exorcist 13 and 14. These were in storage. I've never had that happen to me before with a book, to me. Yeah. I know I said that like that. Yubel Blatt, Volume 3. Snow, Glass, and Apples by Neil Gaiman. I had seen this, like, every single time I went to the library for the longest time. Never picked it up, mainly because that was when I was off Sandman. I was like, no, Gaiman. Yeah. And then got back on Sandman, and I was like, yeah, I'll check it out. Time will tell if I like this one. Seven Soldiers to Victory, Volume 3. The only book that came in today. The rest of the interlibrary loans, which are all the next ones, all came in on, like, well, it was last Thursday, and then some came in on Tuesday. This is the only one that I was waiting till today for it to come in. It was kind of annoying because, again, to nobody, I guess to myself, because this is the second cut. Technically third cut. But I almost wasn't going to go tonight. I was going to go Tuesday and just wait on Seven Soldiers of Victory. Because I was like, is it really worth waiting for just that one book? No, it's not. But then I was like, just wait. I'm glad I did. A reread of, always at least one reread per library haul of The Wicked and the Divine Volume 2. I'm going to be rereading this, obviously. It was one of the series that I feel like if I read it again, I'll know what was going on a lot more. I'll understand it a lot more. Because my first read through, I was like, what the hell's going on? And I feel like I missed out a lot of stuff. Especially this volume. Because that was when I was off Wicked and Divine for the longest time. Because I didn't like the second volume as much as the first volume. And for the longest time, I was like, I'll go back on it maybe next week or next week after that. And it was a long-ass wait. And then I was like, okay, let's get back on it. And then I forgot what happened. And I feel like that's the reason for why. Time will tell. The Superman for Tomorrow. This is the one that Comic Pop, especially, was like, oh, this is edgy, depressing Superman by Brian Azzarello. I like Brian Azzarello's writing a lot. And I was like, you know what? I'll give it a chance. I mean, I read a super goofy Superman book before this one, so it's the complete opposite, I feel, at least, of what Emperor Joker was. So I'll probably hate it then, because I really spoilers, I really loved Emperor Joker, but you'll see that review in just a second here. Did I write it down? Yeah, I did. I think I did. Fables Volume 5. I write down the books on my phone. In my notes section, so I remember better. Because I won't remember unless I write it down. Fables Volume 5. I mean, yeah, I have it right. If I have, like, obviously, I'll be reading Fables. I'll remember Fables. They have the next volume. But, for the most part, I won't. I feel like that's the thickest thickest hardcover of Fables. Now, this one, for the longest time, I thought I had to buy myself. And it was like, oh, it's 104 pages. It's a 104-page book for $20. I don't want to get it. Even at the discount, I was like, I don't want to get it. I would have. I would have been fine with it. But soft cover. But I found out weeks later that they had it. The hardcover. And the hardcover came out in like 2010. and the softcover came out like super recently, and I was like, the softcover is the first printing of the entire trade, right? And they're like, nope, because here's the hardcover of The Amazing Screw-On Head. So psyched to read this book. This is like the only other Mike Mignola book besides Hellboy, obviously, and only Hellboy related titles that I got recommended. Even by someone who doesn't really read. I think he watched the TV show, the TV pilot, what the hell. But he really liked it. It was a Rebel Taxi. He's so damn funny. Not recently. I feel like he's been like not subdued, but like less funny than usual. But I think it's just because he's been doing it for so long. He doesn't have the same jokes. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't have the same flavor, I guess. He's still pretty funny, but I think his older videos are a lot funnier than they are now, which is just because he's been been doing it for so long. 1602, Witch Hunter Angela. It's almost really weird because it's a Secret Wars one, War Zones one, and I thought this would be like 2000, because 1602 came out like, I want to say 2005. I find it really weird that 10 years later they come out with this. But I really, really love 1602, so I want more. I really wish they had a Spider-Man one, even though it was written by Jeff Parker. Jeff Parker was just... he wrote an Aquaman run that was like, eh. Another Mike Mignola book. He just the covers. It's stupid, but whatever. Looking here, just check. So this is the reason why I thought, and it didn't mention this, but I thought that this would be the same like hardcover that would come in for Lady Baltimore, but Lady Baltimore had a dust jacket, but this doesn't. This is our encounters with evil. I thought this was how the Lady Baltimore would look. No dust jacket, just a regular ass hardcover. Unless they got rid of the dust jacket, it's entirely possible. They didn't have a dust jacket for 1602 New World in my local library, but I don't think they went through that. I feel like on the dust jacket it's just blank. Actually, I know that's blank for Dark Horse hardcovers that happen. Book 4, Promethea. You'll see my review in a few minutes here. You can tell how much I loved that book. But I'm hoping that this volume gets back to what I liked about Promethea. I did like it for the most part. Again, you'll see my review in a few seconds after, not after, so I'm reviewing shit before. Ultimate Fantastic Four Volume 3. Finally got the right one. I got the hardcover, and I wanted to put in Volume 2 the hardcover. Did I get the Volume 2 hardcover? The hardcovers have 2 of these volumes in one. So I would be on, so it's more like I got Volume 4. I should not say no, Volume 5. Better. Okay. Reading recommendations. Starting with Justice League, the Snyder Cut. Completely blew me away. The first hour and a half or so was extremely slow, and I almost shut it off. But I'm so glad I stuck through with it and watched it. And I'm also glad they had in 2 parts, like 2 discs. But even then, I took like a 20-minute break and then got right back on it. So I basically watched the entire 4 hours in 2-minute movie in one sitting. Basically. Minus that 20-minute break. It was that good. This is a movie that, even though they have it in my local library, I may just buy the Blu-ray myself. They had a DVD, so upgrade, obviously. It was that good. Now, Dune, on the other hand, I thought was good, but not great. And I feel like most of it was because it was so many interruptions with trying to watch this movie. So I wanted to, after like the 50th interruption, because we were all watching it as a family, you know how that is, oh, I'm gonna get a drink, I'll go pee, I'll go do this, go do that. So always getting up and going, doing shit. I once wanted to watch all in one sitting. So it took us like 3.5 hours to watch a 2.5 hour movie. And I feel like after like the 50th interruption, I was like, I just want to think over with, just finish the last half hour. And it felt very long. And I feel like they could have cut a half an hour and been just fine. Same with Justice League. With Justice League, I feel like they could have cut an hour and a half. I think that's too much. Maybe like a half an hour from Justice League. This, again, Snyder Cut. And Snyder Cut, I would say, is the second best DCU movie. Dune, I would say, is a welcome surprise. I like these kinds of movies that Dune tries to be, but I think it was just, again, like, it took us forever to watch the damn thing, and I was like, I'm just going to end it right now. The movie, guys. Demon Slayer, so damn good. Did I do the first 2 volumes? No, it was 2 and 3. So you already know how I felt about it. But yeah, so damn good. Second favorite manga. My first favorite is a tie between. No, it is Assassination Classroom. One Punch Man is also very good. I played third best. Again, saying third best, even that's insulting. One Punch Man. I feel like they're all on the same level. Assassination Classroom, Demon Slayer, and One Punch Man are all super damn good. And you already got my review of Assassination Classroom. Yu-Gi-Oh! Blot is alright. I keep through it. I stick through it because I like the setting that the film that the book takes place in. But other than that, I'm just like, it's alright. But it got a lot more interesting because something happens that's like, oh my god, holy shit. But then, even that, I'm like, eh. 7 Soldiers of Victory, Volume 2. Just like with Volume 1, it's an anthology, and just like with Volume 1, everything but Zatanna stories were good. My favorite is King Arthur shit. That's really damn good. King Arthur's peoples in the real world, that's awesome. It's a fish out of water story that deserves to be made into a movie. Even though we get a lot of fish out of water stories. Promethea, they tried to world build, they didn't care. And just like, so bored, especially one of those issues. I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I almost dropped it. I almost dropped the title. I hope with Volume 4, they're just going to go back to actually telling a fucking story. And not being like, oh, we're going to tell you guys about the demiurges and the Quachi Benjis. I don't care. I don't care. I don't give a single shit about your world. I want to know about the actual, plot, not world building. When I hear that a movie is gonna do, when I hear they're gonna do world building, most of the time I'm like, great. So I'm gonna skip that, but I can't because I gotta keep watching it or seeing it or reading it or whatever the hell. And for the most part, I like world building, but then they fuck it up like this time. Superman, Emperor Joker, like I said before, so damn enjoyable. I don't care what anybody says. This is a damn good Superman Jeff Loeb book, and it might just be my favorite. Yes, I had even read Batman Superman. I'm saying favorite Jeff Loeb Superman book, which is not saying a lot because I haven't read a whole lot of Jeff Loeb Superman. Batman, I'd say my favorite is Hush so far, but Superman, like Emperor Joker, was just so damn silly and corny. It was just so damn good too. It was what I wanted out of that series, and I'm glad I gave it a second chance. Sandman Volume 10. I didn't mind taking a break. So I put in Volume 11. I think I put in the wrong version because it's an older printing that it just didn't have. But I was like, I'm gonna wait and put in the second, and put in the later printing, and I wait for that to come in. Nah, I'll take a break. 1602 New World was super good. Greg Pak is just an underrated writer, hands down. So many people, like, a lot of his books get really low reviews. I don't know why. He's giving you everything you want in a comic book. Fast-paced storytelling, and it's not too fast, it's not too slow. It's just the right amount of pacing. It's perfect pacing, at the very least. At the very least, it's good pacing. Fantastic, well, it's alright. Yeah, it's spelled S-T-I-C-K, which is really weird, but that's how you spelled stick back in the day. I don't know. Fantastic back in the day. And it was alright. It was Peter David, so it was a little bit better than it would have been if it was anyone else, but still, it was alright. Black Widow, second reread, was just as good as the first one. Devin Grayson is another underrated writer, which I don't know why people give her shit. She's a really damn good writer, especially with her Black Widow. There's a reason why I got that Batman book. I think that was before I read the Black Widow, so I can't say that for sure. But Devin Grayson is a damn good writer. Still not gotten down to reading that Batman book. I should. Wonder Woman, the last volume in the Brian Azzarello series, the last one they had apparently. Even though I know they had Volume 7. I tried everything, all my little tricks that I try and find those books that I just can't find other ways. Because their way of searching a book is sometimes it's really weird. You gotta do it by author or by series. Even then, it's hard to do. I couldn't find volume 7. That's fine. It's a different writer. But Wonder Woman by Brian Azzarello, get the omnibus. Get it. You won't regret it. Maybe get it if they have at the library, but other than that, buy the omnibus. If you can't find the full series at your local library, get that damn omnibus. You will not be disappointed. Get it on Amazon, obviously. Get it on Amazon, obviously, so you get a huge discount, but get that omnibus. All in one. Best way to read it. Fables Volume 4 had the last story in this book was in this hardcover, 145 pages, one issue. Took me forever to read it, but I gave myself the day to read it. I believe stuttered. I gave myself the day to read it, and so I wasn't like, oh, I gotta do this now, I gotta do that now. Took plenty of breaks. Took me like 5 hours to read it, but I powered through it, and I still liked it. The 145 page one was an anthology, so some of the stories were damn good, and I want to see more of that. And some of them were like, I'm glad that's over. But most of them were damn good. I didn't mind reading that 100, and mind reading it all in one sitting. It was like an original graphic novel they slapped at the end. But other than that, Fable is just so damn good. I might just get the compendiums myself. Might. Again, like I said before, the one they don't have, the second they don't have like a book, like say they don't have volume 7, I'll get the compendiums. Hellsing, oh boy, shit, what's the hell one? Oh, From Hell. Can we just get Mike Mignola to draw that? Get him back. Do a redux, because the artwork in that book was terrible. I didn't finish this book because the artwork, because of the way they did the dialogue. Like they like, it was almost like they drew it themselves, which made it come out looking all sketchy and chicken scratchy. It was not good. I'm sorry, guys. All you who like From Hell by Alan Moore, I didn't like it. And it's weird because it's Jack the Ripper. I want to hear more about serial killers, especially back then. Victorian era? Hell yeah. But yeah, I love 1602 by Neil Gaiman. That's Neil Gaiman. Saying a lot for a guy like me who isn't the biggest fan of Neil Gaiman. And I like the spin-off series too, even more than Neil Gaiman one, which is saying a hell of a lot more. But From Hell, it was just like, It just takes forever to get going. There's so many different characters, too many cooks. Blech. The Skull one, Sugar Skull. That was the third and final Charles Byrne hardcover book, and I liked it. It's had a very depressing ending. I was like, now I'm depressed. And I wish I had read something funny after that, because for a while there I was like, it's so depressing. Why did they end it like that? I'm so sad. But it's the way life goes for some people. But other than, I mean, with that being said, it's so damn good. You guys should read that trilogy. They have a hardcover collecting all three. I'd say get that. It's probably at a better price than the $21 hardcovers per 3, and it's like 50 pages each. It's kind of expensive, I would say. I think the softcover like maybe $15.99. That's still too much. Yeah, it's like a DC Black Label book where it's like album size, but I'm doing that like you guys are gonna know what I'm talking about. But it's still didn't even that expensive. I mean, the new printings of the new printings, when they come out with the DC hardcovers, it's 3 issues, like 200 pages for $30. That makes sense. But 21 pages, 20 pages, $50 for $21 because it's hardcover and it's thicker or longer. Nah. And finally, Young Avengers by Kieran Gillen. It's no Young Avengers by the other guy. I did it. Che Young and the other guy. Alan Helmberg and Jim Chung. But it's still pretty good. It's its own thing. It's very Kieran Gillen. If you don't like Kieran Gillen, stay far away from this book. If you love Kieran Gillen, buy this book. Or get a local library. I'm glad I got it at my local library, because I would have probably would have been like, I spent money on it, but I got it for free, so it was a lot less about it. I liked it, but it's very, like, it's good. Not great. I feel like it could have been a lot better, especially the ending. I felt the ending was super rushed, but other than that, really enjoyed it. And that, as they say, I keep ending my videos like Nearman Condition does, but I do it like Peng Zero, Moist Critical does when I say, okay, that's it. You know, I did that before. It was cool, guys. But that's it. You won't see another video until tomorrow, maybe. Cause I did do, before I went to the library or anything like that, I did my DC free previews one. But I feel like it didn't come out as great because a lot of them were just the next issues in the series. I was like, Dark Knight of Steel, Batman the Night issue 5, this one. And some of them I did have something to say about them. But again, when you went to the 17,000th issue in the series you're already on, so your subscribers already know how you feel about it, we don't have a lot to say about it. But that's it. I'm getting very sick and tired of kneeling like this. That's what I do. It's up on my bed right now. I'm not gonna see that. That's it. Big day today. Got an Amazon repack. We got Amazon package of another copy of a book. Got some comics and Newbury Comics in library. That is it.